Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your host, the Shy Goomba, and today I am going to be talking a bit about what we can expect to see for Mario's 40th anniversary celebration. Of course, we're going to be getting a direct, that's no surprise, but when will the direct release and what will be announced? Well, you found the right video. Now, this will be a bit more of a casual video, just me talking. I have a few bullet points here, but I am doing this completely unscripted. So yeah, let me know what you think of this new style. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that I think they'll show is, of course, I have to talk about it, the new Super Mario Bros. Collection, featuring DS, Wii, and 2. Now, this was leaked quite a while ago. It has since been proven to be false. However, we don't know what they have going on behind the scenes. They could very well be planning the new Super Mario Bros. Collection right now as we speak. Who knows, the leaker might have just guessed lucky. It's hard to tell for sure, but if they did do the NSMB collection, one thing that I'd really want to see is higher resolution on all of the games. I think that would really improve them. Just like they did with 3D All-Stars, I expect the same for this. Now, of course, as with the Mario 35th anniversary with 3D All-Stars, you know there's not going to be a lot in this game. There's just going to be probably ports or just enhanced ports of those three games and nothing more, and that's kind of what I'm expecting here, just the three games and nothing else, but they could add the soundtracks for each of the games included as well, which would obviously make it a bit better, but overall, I don't think they'll change too much about each of the games. I think they'll leave them just as is, because those are actually really good games on their own. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Nintendo decided to do a new Super Mario Bros. Collection. As for what it would be called, obviously Super Mario All-Stars is taken, and so is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So I think they could go with New Super Mario All-Stars or New Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. One of those two I think would fit this game perfectly. But speaking of 3D All-Stars, I think they could actually upgrade this game for Switch 2. Now, for the 35th anniversary, they included Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. But for the 40th anniversary, they could do maybe like a temporary re-release of the game, but this time as like an upgrade pack including Galaxy 2, and maybe Mario 64 DS? Maybe? I don't know, even though it's basically the same game, just with some added content. They don't have to do Mario 64 DS, but I think they should at least do Galaxy 2. I think that would make the most sense. And the strange thing was, on the 35th anniversary, they hardly acknowledged Galaxy 2, if at all. Like, it was left out of 3D All-Stars, it was left out of the bit at the end where they showed all the different Mario games. They had basically all the 2D games and 3D games. However, Mario Galaxy 2 was not part of that for some reason, and I just always thought that was strange. Like, why would they leave out Mario Galaxy 2 when they had Mario Galaxy 1 and all of the other 3D Mario games featured in that presentation? Like, it just didn't make sense. But since then, they have acknowledged Galaxy 2 a lot more, especially with Mario Kart World and the soundtracks. A lot of music from Galaxy 2 has made its way over to Mario Kart World in completely new arrangements, which is really nice. Really nice to see Galaxy 2 getting a lot of that recognition that it deserves. Because, in my opinion, I think Galaxy 2 is still a very solid game, and it holds up with the first game incredibly well. As for which game is better, I don't know, it's a coin toss, for sure. I cannot decide. I keep going back and forth. But yeah, I think an upgrade pack for Switch 2 including Galaxy 2, would work really well for 3D All-Stars. And speaking of 3D Mario games, I of course have to mention 3D Mario. I mean, how could I not? I've been predicting this game for so long, and they just have not announced it yet. Instead, we got a 3D DK made by the Mario Odyssey team with Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, I know that's not technically a 3D Mario game, but it kind of is. So, of course, that's going to push the actual 3D Mario back just a bit, but I don't think by much, because the last true 3D Mario game was Odyssey back in 2017. Now, of course, they have had Bowser's Fury in 2021, but I don't really count that as like a full game. That's just more of like an expansion. Although Nintendo kind of treats it like a full game, so I don't know. But even still, 2017 to 2021, that's 4 years. So either this year or maybe next year at the very latest, we could probably see a new 3D Mario game. As for what I'm thinking, if they do show it at this Direct, it'll probably come out in October, and have that be their big October game, because Nintendo always has a big Mario game come out in October. I mean, look at the stats here. They have released a big Mario game in October every single year. I doubt they're gonna break that trend this year. Like, they're definitely gonna release a big game in October, for sure. And I think 3D Mario has a good chance of being that big October game. But Nintendo is making more than just games these days. They're also working on a brand new sequel to the Mario movie. And we don't know anything about it. We haven't seen a single trailer. We haven't seen any of the cast or any of the characters yet. So we basically know nothing about this movie other than it's going to be a Mario movie. That's all we know about it. And they didn't even specifically say a Mario movie. They just said set in Mario's world or something like that. Like, it was an incredibly vague statement, but it essentially means we're getting a sequel. And if the post-credit scene of the first movie told us anything, I think Yoshi's going to be in the movie for sure. Maybe Daisy or Rosalina. I'm hoping they're in it, but they could very well just be saved for like a future movie. I'm hoping they're in the sequel, but if not, that is totally okay with me. But someone who I thought for sure would be in the original movie and just wasn't is Toadette. Like, they could have put her anywhere. Like, she's just replace one of the Toads with Toadette, and it's a simple fix. So I think Toadette for sure should be in the sequel, Yoshi as well, and hopefully Daisy and Rosalina can get in there. But enough about the movie. I think we should talk about more games, right? So, I think a new Mario Sports game will be coming soon. As for which sport it is, I'm thinking it could be baseball. Now, we haven't seen a new baseball since the Wii, so I don't know if they'll want to bring that back, but again, they did bring Strikers back a few years ago, so it's definitely not off the table. But if they don't do baseball, they could probably just do like tennis or something, because they haven't done that for a while, since 2018, so they could do tennis and just completely change up the formula like they did with Mario Kart. Because they had Mario Kart obviously on Switch 1, which was incredible, especially with the Booster Course Pass, and then they completely changed the formula for Switch 2, making it open world. So I could see the same kind of thing happening with tennis as well, just completely changing the formula from Switch 1. I think that would give it enough variety that would make people want to buy the game over Switch 1. Even if they already have Mario Tennis Aces, they need something to incentivize people to buy this new Mario Tennis game. So I think it has to be distinct enough that people will actually want to get it. As for when it'll release, I'm thinking early 2026, like around April. Let's just say April, just as a rough month, just to throw a month out there and see what happens. And now, finally, for my last prediction of today's video, we have Luigi's Mansion 4. Now, this, of course, will most likely be made by Next Level Games, who has done all of the Luigi's Mansion games, as well as the Mario Strikers games. Now, Luigi's Mansion 3 was in 2019, and then Mario Strikers Battle League was in 2022, a few years later. 3 years to be exact. So, Luigi's Mansion 3 came out in 2019, and then Mario Strikers Battle League came out in 2022. Now, that's a 3-year gap between those games, so there's another 3 years gone by. That's this year, 2025. I don't expect them to release Luigi's Mansion 4 this year, although it would be amazing if they do. That could be the big October game. They could release it right on Halloween. But if they don't release it this year, I'm thinking for sure October 2026 for Luigi's Mansion 4. That is the absolute latest that they could possibly release that game. I don't see it being any later than Halloween next year. I think if they were to show Luigi's Mansion 4 at this September Direct, this Mario 40th Anniversary Direct, it would come out this year. For sure, without a doubt, it would come out this year. If they didn't show it at the Direct, we'll probably have to wait till next year. But that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this more casual, unscripted style of video, and if you want to see more like it from me. Also, be sure to comment down below with what you thought of my predictions, and if you think there's anything that I missed. Or, if you prefer, you could just tell me your predictions. Either way, though, I would love to hear from you in the comments. I read and respond to every single one of them. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you next time.